Okay, who wants to go first?
I can.
Ladies first. Okay, raise your right
Do you need
hand.
my letter?
I have this already.
Okay.
I state your name.
I, Kelly Vance,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Director
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Director
of Montesano School District Number 66,
of Los Angeles School District number 66,
Grace Harbor County,
Grace Harbor County,
State of Washington,
State of
to
Washington,
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right. Raise your right hand. I state your name.
I, Doug Streeter,
Do hereby solemnly swear
do hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution of the State of Washington,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Director of Montesano School District Number 66.
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Director of Montesano School District Number 66,
Grace Harbor County,
Grace Harbor County,
State of Washington,
State of Washington,
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations, welcome aboard.
Thank you.
We get these signed. Okay,
I don't have to be sworn in?
no,
Okay,
no. Oh,
I think I do.
Nope, I don't have one for him.
okay, we're good at the next meeting. You're unofficial.
Okay.
I didn't think about that.
I think they'll have to take the oath of office once.
That's kind of, we'll double
Did you have
check.
to do it twice at the city?
I think once you got elected, yeah,
We'll double
you
check.
take it when the appointment and then when the election, whatever, you know,
We'll double check.
okay,
You'll be fine. I won't tell.
that's good. I will keep this
Okay.
between us.
Okay, can we have, is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
A
Second,
second, yeah.
any discussion on the agenda? Hearing none, all those in favor?
I,
Okay, now we get to the board appointments piece. Tiffany Schleppe was our lone applicant. And Chris, did you want to ask a question or two, or does anyone want to ask any questions of Tiffany before we move forward?
Yeah, just a quick question. I mean, I'm really, want to thank you for wanting to serve. And I just wanted to ask, it's kind of a technical thing, but you're not involved in any business that's done with the district, right?
No.
Okay. That's, what made you want to serve on the school board?
It actually had never crossed my mind until Kelly brought it up and asked if I was interested. And I had spent a lot of time serving the community in various aspects. And so it seems like something that was a good fit. And it seemed like there was a need. I have young kids in the school district, 4 of them. So I think I can bring a good perspective to the board.
Thank you. That's it. I mean, I'll if there's any other discussion, I'll motion to appoint.
Okay, so we move to appoint. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Tiffany? Dad, you want to take any pictures of this? Okay, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name.
I think they
Do hereby solemnly swear
to hereby solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United
and the
States
Constitution of the State of Washington,
and the Constitution of the State of
and
Washington,
will faithfully discharge the duties of Director of Montesano School District Number 66,
and will faithfully discharge the duties of Director of Montesano School District Number 66,
Grace Harbor County,
Grace Harbor County,
State of Washington,
State of
to
Washington,
the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Thank you. Congratulations. Over there.
Dan, was I supposed to have the verbal from everybody on that one? Is that the thing I'm supposed to
Oh,
have?
yes, thank you. You were supposed to remind me.
Oh, well, I know.
Okay, we're gonna do, real quick, we're gonna go back to, we have to do a roll call vote with you 3 for the appointment. So Cindy will call her name.
Oh, I, got it.
Kelly Vance.
Aye.
Doug Streeter.
Aye.
I see you, right?
Yes.
Okay. Chris Thomas.
Aye.
You're supposed to remind me before we got
I'm
started.
trying to remember if that was where I was supposed to do that.
Okay. Moving down to first opportunity for public comment. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, we now have to go through the process of board elections. There will be a election for board chair, vice chair, and then next month we'll do the legislative rep and WIA rep. So, are there any nominations for the position of board chair?
I nominate Kelly Vance.
Okay, Kelly has been nominated. Is there a second? Been moved and seconded. Is there any discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, Kelly, you are
Was I
stuck with,
supposed to vote for my?
you
Okay.
are stuck with being the chair.
Okay,
In
you
the,
put that so negatively. You're
it's not
so
always the
good.
greatest thing. In the event that Kelly's not here, we need to have a vice chair. So is there a nomination for vice chair?
I'll nominate Mr. Streeter.
I'll second that.
Do you accept the nomination?
Yeah, that's
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor?
I.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay. Like I said, next month we'll do the WIA, which is a 2-year position, which doesn't have a whole lot of responsibility. And then the legislative rep is a one-year position that has a little bit more in terms of keeping the board up to date on legislative issues. So, Kelly, you want to move over here just because it would be just a touch easier, I
Sure.
think. Okay. And I will let you take over.
So, Sheila
Yes.
gives us the business operations report.
Yes, so with 3 new board members, I thought it was a good opportunity to just kind of take a look at the reports that I send each month and maybe give you a little description about what those entail. And then coming up at a board retreat, we'll look at those more thoroughly, but I just wanted to give a brief overview of what those reports are. So the first thing you're gonna see for each fund is the actual budget status report, and this is required to be furnished to you every month. That's by state law. So the first one you see is Fund 10, which is our general fund. That's our everything that we operate the school district with comes out of the general fund. So you'll see expenditures and revenues there, actual for the month and then actual for the year, as well as what we have budgeted in those same categories. And then also you'll see our total ending fund balance there. And then how that ending fund balance is on the next page is broken down into the different general revenue numbers.
Okay, so back up just a little bit.
Yes,
The letter H is the
Yes.
ending fund balance.
yes. So the first column is what we budgeted to be our ending fund balance. The actual for the year as it sits right now as of November 30th. That's the other figure there.
And we'll talk more about fund balance when we have the retreat in terms of what the board goal is for percentage of fund balance, which is 6%. But we'll also talk about what the other dollars that are in that amount are. So bear with us. We'll
Okay.
get to that.
So same thing for the next fund, which is our capital project fund. That's the fund that we use if we have any building projects. That's where all the turf donations were placed, and then that's also where we pay for the turf out. So any kind of capital project things we have going on, that's the fund that we use for those expenditures.
And again, the fund balance at the end of what's in that category.
Yes. What, is that what you said?
I just pointing out
Yes.
that H is the fund
Yeah,
balance
is
of
the
each
fund
of those. Yeah,
Yes.
sorry, let's stop helping.
Sorry, just didn't hear the first part. So the next one is our debt service fund, which that's the fund that our bond payments are made from. But we have bond payments for the Simpson School, the Beacon remodel, some energy efficiency funds, and then you'll remember that we just did that bond refunding. So all that money is collected, and then those bond payments are made. It's collected through property taxes. So the money that's there is strictly for paying those bond payments. So and again, ending fund balance. this is the bottom. The next one is the ASB fund, which is We have a little bit of ASB money at the elementary levels, but the majority of it is at the junior, senior high school. Again, it's all student-driven funds and clubs and classes and sports activities, things like that. It's all run through the ASB fund. Laura Benedict is the ASB bookkeeper. And the next one is the transportation vehicle fund, which we buy our buses out of. So,
And one of the things we've tried to do you want to just quickly explain the bus depreciation?
yeah, yes. So we receive funds from the state for our school bus depreciation. And we've tried over the last few years to buy one bus each year, as some of those buses fall off that depreciation schedule. We actually ran a 2-year transportation levy a few years back for $100,000 for a 2-year period, just to kind of give us a boost on getting some buses purchased. But we've also got a program where Harlow's is a bus, they sell buses, and they have the state bid, and so we are able to put a down payment on buses, and then when the depreciation dollars come in at the end of August, we're able to pay those buses off. So even though the cash flow situation is a little different than it used to be, we're still able to purchase those, at least one bus a year. So
And I think in the last 5 years, we've purchased, I want to say 5. We had
Probably.
two big ones, the 2 this past year, the very first year was 1
Yep.
full-size bus.
So we're working on getting in good shape with those buses. We had a pretty old fleet here a while back, but things are looking up. So this next one, there we go, is this is just the revenue detail for the month, and it also, again, it shows what was budgeted. In the first column, what the current month revenues are, and what the year to date in each one of those areas. That first section of numbers is everything that comes in through property taxes, as well as we get some timber excise tax money from the county, again, and some other county forest money that we receive. So that first section, again, that's all just kind of local tax money. Second section, which is under the number 20, that's all the funds that actually comes through our doors here at the schools, whether it be lunch money or fine money, our donation money, things like that, all runs through that local section. And then we've got our general apportionment dollars, and it's broken down into state money, federal money, and then just the program participation money, which is our ECAP dollars that we receive from the Aberdeen School District. So that's just, we'll dive into those things a little bit deeper, but I just wanted to give you a general idea of how those revenue dollars come in. And then same thing with the expenditures on that next page. It's broken out by program, and we'll get into more detail on that at the retreat. But again, shows the budget column, the current for the month, and then the actual for the year. So and what you can see on the next graph is that our fund balance, and I like to put this out there just so we can see where we are from year to year, but there's a definite pattern there that you see how the fund balance changes as we go along through the year, where tax collection comes into play, and we receive our apportionment dollars in different percentages each month. So there's a general pattern on how that looks, and so it would give us a red flag if we see something that's occurring there that's not in the general pattern. So that is it for the most part. I have one more report that I actually forgot to include this month, and it's it's all the funds in one page. I'll forward this to you in tomorrow's email, but it's just a kind of a quick glance where we are with each of the funds all on one sheet. So that's kind of it in a quick nutshell. But like I said, we'll talk more at the retreat and answer any questions that you have as far as specifics on funding or any of that. So, all right. Questions?
Do we have a date for the retreat?
No, we're gonna talk about that in a minute. Moving on.
Okay,
Oops, I jumped ahead too far.
the consent agenda. Do we have a motion to approve?
I'll motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? So it moves to,
So it's approved.
it's approved. Okay, okay. The personnel report.
So just so everyone's aware, personnel report, we do like this, so we approve it as a lump sum, and we may want to talk about moving that to the consent agenda as we move forward. If there are questions about any of these personnel items, you can either call me ahead of time, or once we get the motion in a second, we can talk about it at that point. But just keep in mind that it's personnel things, that there may not be things that we can talk about on a public meeting.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the personnel report?
So moved.
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Or opposed?
Approved.
Approved. Do I have to ask if there's a?
Only if you hear everybody's voice. you're
Okay,
gonna
I'm
say-
good, okay, all right. Sure. Okay, business action discussion items. Motion to approve?
So first of all, we got the field trip donation, which is, we received 2 donations, with a donation of $1,000 or more, we have the board approve the donation. So we've got the 22,000 plus from Willis Enterprises and 1,000 from Cascade Trader.
Move to accept the donation.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Approved. Is there any public comment?
I just had a question. I heard Dan mention fund balance. You know, you get your percentage. You know your percentage is at now.
Well, and that's we're at our 6% board policy goal for that portion of the fund balance. There's some other money that's carried over from Title Lab for special ed, and there's even some math science money from years ago that we haven't spent. And so that there's 6% plus there's I don't know what the dollar figure is or what the percentage, but then there's a piece of that which is the unreserved portion, which is the spend portion.
The spend.
Yes. And if you want that breakdown, I can send that to you tomorrow. Okay.
I was just kind of curious because I hit your that. Yeah, I know. Thank you.
Okay, superintendent's report.
Okay, I've got several things, and some of this is just for the 3 of you to kind of catch up on where we are. But we own a piece of property that was actually donated to us in the late 90s out on west Satsa Clallam Road. That is 28 plus acres. It was given to us to use as an outdoor ed program, forestry, or something along those lines. But the length of time that it takes to get out there and back in one class period is impossible. So it's sitting out there right now, and we've got people dumping trash, and there was a metal building. We think people are stealing the metal, and so it's really a disaster. It's more of a liability than anything else. So it was donated. It was donated from Forrest Kelsey Foundation. I don't think I mentioned that. Anyway. So I called Chuck Caldwell, who's one of the board members on the Kelsey Foundation, and asked him if there were any stipulations about what we could do with it. We both checked and agreed that there were none, so that we could sell it if we want to. He went out and did an appraisal and some comparisons, and came back with this letter, which is easier to explain in his words. And you don't have to necessarily read it right now, but it does break down on the second page what he thinks the value of it is at $84,900. The Mason County assessor has it at about $78,000. I think both of those are probably fairly high. But what I would like to do, and we'll put this on the agenda for January, is to make a decision as to whether or not we want to put this on the market at whatever price and see if there is any interest, so that we can get rid of it, we'll limit our liability for eliminate it.
Yeah.
And have a little money. The discussion with some previous board members was that we would take whatever profit from that sale and put that into the turf replacement fund or maintenance fund, so that we would have to start to build something up for, in 10, 12 years when it needs to be replaced. That's just a thought that can be used for anything. So I just wanted to get this in your hands. You can read through it. And then in January, we'll put that on the agenda to figure out if we want to actually go ahead with that. Second thing, we've got the levy coming up. It was determined at the last board meeting that we would do a 4-year levy, which is what we did last time, and the dollar amount would be exactly the same as the last levy. We are sort of short for time, but I'm not concerned. Ballots come out January 11th. The election is the 9th of February. We will put together our district brochure, which will be strictly informational. We have got a levy committee put together with 5 or 6 people that are going to raise some funds, put the signs out, create a postcard that they can actually go out and say vote yes. There'll be sign waving, so that will all be coming in the next month.
Okay.
So I'll keep you posted on that, but it is going to be tight, but we're going to get it done. Everything's in place. We just have to make it happen. The other thing is that you're not familiar with the Public Disclosure Commission or the PDC guidelines. There are certain things as a board member you can or can't do. And really, it's whether or not you're representing your position on the board or you're as a private citizen. So I'm going to email you tomorrow the PDC guidelines for board members just so you can see it. It's not anything earth shattering. It's, at a board meeting, you couldn't express your desire for people to vote one way or the other, basically. So in dealing with the board, we have to be very informational. Grace Harbor Youth Works. It's a organization that works with the CCS, the Catholic Community Services, and what they do is they go out and find internships for students to go out and work. I don't know if anyone's been at the PUD. Yep. They get a stipend of $200 that they can use for travel or for clothing to go to their job. It's been going on in Tahola and North Beach and Hokum and Abilene for a number of years. They approached us last year to take part in it. So we jumped on board, and this winter is the first go around. We actually have 3 kids that are doing it, which I was really thrilled to see. We've got someone at Hands on Health. We've got someone at Red Aviva, and we've got the third one at, didn't come to me. But that was a great start to have 3 when working through our counselors. They have 60 hours that they have to work. That could be weekends, it could be nights. If they can get away from school, it all depends on who the employer is. If they want to get half credit through work-based learning, they would have to work 90 hours. If they want to get full credit, it would be 180 hours. Right now, the 3 that we have are just 60-hour people. But we're hoping to expand that program. I think it's a great opportunity, and also to get more businesses in Monsanto to participate. I know that they've talked to some people, so we'll see what happens there. Board retreat. I would like to have a board retreat in early January. A weeknight, 5:30 for a couple hours, if that's doable for everyone. We can kind of get you three caught up on where we are. We can talk about some of the financing things. We can get a chance to get to know each other really, I think, which is an important thing. So are there any nights that are not good for people? Monday's not good? Okay. So what we'll do is Cindy will send out an email when we look at the calendar of a couple of dates, and then you guys can pick back what works best for you, and we'll try to accommodate it for everyone. We'll get dinner for that night. We'll probably meet over at Simpson because it's a better situation for sitting around and talking. But we'll get that going. So prior to the next board meeting, we'll have had a chance to have a retreat and be ready to go. One of the things that we'll be talking about as a retreat that we've talked about some here is the weight room being upstairs. There's an ADA compliance issue because we don't have an elevator. The other secondary part of that is we're not sure how strong that ceiling or floor is above the locker room, whichever you look at. So what we really want to do is move the weight room down into this room, and which would be moving the district office. What we've talked about is a modular or portable building that we would put up in the parking lot by the tennis courts, which would become the district office, and then this would become weight room, which would also increase the size of the wrestling room because they're working in an unsafe area. It's just too small. So we'll have some talk about that. We've talked to some modular building people, so we've got some good information, but we will have some discussion about that, and if we feel like we want to go further with that, we can put that on the January agenda. Good news is about the turf field. We owed $11,000, I think. Kelsey Foundation stepped up and said we want to pay that off. Chuck has been thrilled with not only the fact that the community stepped up and paid for it, but the fact that it's being used all the time. So they wanted to finish it off, so that field is paid for free and clear. And that's a big relief for everyone, especially Sheila. Last thing is Food Bowl was just ended on Tuesday. This is our 5th victory in a row. I say it's because I've been here 5 years, so I'm undefeated. But so they take the money that we raise, and it's 2 pounds for every dollar, and they take the pound or the weight of the food. So I guess what happened is that our trucks were late getting to the weigh station. Elmo was there. They had weighed their food, and they had their money. We only had our money, and we'd already beaten them before we weighed in. So while it is a Monty versus Venlo pride thing, it's also a great thing for the community and for the food banks. And I think it's neat to see kids collecting money for a reason. Even at the parade on last Saturday, there were Elmer kids walking with their buckets to try to squeeze some money out of money people or any old people that were there. But it's just a great thing. Yes, we like to win, but in the end, it's the food banks that win. So it's a great thing for our kids. And Ann Eckerson, who organizes that, did a fantastic job.
I'll just add to that, when we went and did the offload down at the food bank, I talked to Dan or one of those guys down there, and he said that they just last month used the last pallet of food that we gave them last year.
Oh, really?
So,
That's awesome.
Brett said that it was the longest amount of time that they had yesterday sorting food, because he was down there with trustees doing it.
Yeah, it's awesome. And that's all I have.
So board comments. Anything to add?
I don't, other than the fact that I haven't audited a school district in like 15 years, but the financials look the same as they did back then.
So you sort of get it.
Yeah, oh, yeah, that's good. Yeah, I'm an old man at school district.
Chris, do you have anything?
I'm looking forward to working with the new board members. Welcome. And it's gonna be a good year. And after this, I'm gonna go to the junior high concert. So that's it.
Tiffany, do you have anything?
Just before you finish, I do want to welcome you three, and I'm looking forward to having the 5 of 6 of us work together and continue the work that we've already done, continue to make it better.
Okay.
Do you have any comments?
I don't. So we're adjourned.
Okay.
Okay. Where did you get them?
Oh,
It's just like.
You did need
okay. So one of the hassles of this is the signing of documents at the end.
Yeah.